What's the impact of being in an election year on both the economy and retirement plans?
This is a really interesting election year. With the tax cuts that Republicans give, it tends to help a higher class of individuals, but at the same time, it's very pro-corporate. And corporations tend to flourish quite well under a Republican. Under Democrats, they spend more. But because they're spending more, there's a lot more jobs that come out of it, right? Now, I'm not going to get into debt and how that actually works and who's paying for what, but it could stimulate the economy in its own way. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The downsides of a presidential election are flux. People do not like uncertainty. The market doesn't like uncertainty. If the market next year decides it doesn't like whoever gets elected, it could be a rough year. Well, how do you take income out of that? If you're in something that's been high flying and it corrects 40%, regardless of who gets elected, it's going to impact you. If you have $1 million and you look at your statement, it says $600,000, and you're taking out $5,000, $4,000 a month, how do you survive that? Now, we've been really lucky in the past. Over the pandemic, we had something called a K recovery, which means that the recovery happened really quickly. But if we run into a situation where from 2000 to 2013, the S&P 500 remained flat for over 13 years, it's a big problem. And over those years, we had multiple presidents. So it really depends on how the economy is going. But regardless of how it goes, the important thing is to have a plan and to make sure that plan serves you over the long term so you can ride it out. Because there are many examples of people who run out of money. We all know them. No one wants to be them. And most of it comes down to poor planning. You've got to get out of the gates running. You've got to just go ahead and see how far you can race your horse and to make sure that you make it to the finish line. And there are many ways in which you can structure that so it'll work. As a fiduciary, I've helped many people over the years reach their financial future by structuring their retirement in a way that works for them. If you're in the Southern California area, which includes Los Angeles and Orange County, if you're over 55 years old, have worked for the government for more than 20 years, I invite you to call the number on the screen or to click on the link. I would love the opportunity to do the same for you.